Yeah, so I fucked up because I didn't hit record before, but yeah, I got Zach Lapierre with me.
Round two.
Round two,
right.
we're rolling.
Get all the jitters out. Let's get
yeah, we were talking about how essentially, if you guys know me, you guys know me, you guys know my story. You know that happened 2010, so that was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I started noticing like I get angry a lot, you know what I mean? And I get frustrated. And at some points, like I'm even worried about my own anger, you know, not like that I'm going to go postal or anything, but it's like, I wonder, like, is this PTSD? Because I don't think I have PTSD, but like how much has the war affected me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just also want to hear your take on it as well.
So we talked about, I mean, it was like, obviously we didn't record it, but I went through the whole thing. I can do it again. That's fine. We'll make it better this time. So like, you know, you came back and then like you realized like 5-10 years later or whatever, there's issues and stuff like that. And, or not even issues, just like difference in, you know, how you feel and stuff like that. So I think I had like a kind of like a more, I guess, a rush to it. But like, so I came back, I was like, you know, I was on top of the world. I was like, I was invincible because like, you know, didn't get hit by like one of our trucks got hit by IEDs. Like there was, you know, it was bad things happening, but it just, you know, luckily it just never really happened. I mean, we did have like one big issue, and I mean, we can get to that one later, but, it's just the fact that like when I came home, I thought I was like good to go. So I was just like,
What do you mean? Like you were like cocky or like?
oh yeah. No, I was like, I was invincible.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, well, I'm going to go drink, go to the bars, go have a good time, like enjoy life or whatever. You know, that aspect of it was my enjoying life at that point, but it wasn't like, obviously not a very healthy version of it.
Was this like, were you like happy or like, I mean, so I'm picturing you partying, you know, I'm picturing you like, you know, not giving a fuck, like just, you know, balls.
I mean, looking at it back now, like it was probably just a huge cover up, you know, like, and I was just like, hey, well, you know, I'm going to, you know, be the biggest man I can, like cocky and whatever it is and do this stuff. And then luckily I just, well, I would say lucky now, but like before I was like, I got rear-ended coming out of a bar, caught a DUI, and like to me it was like, oh shit, like my world's like ending. Like I finally like finally hit the ID. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was just like, all right,
fucked up.
Yeah, I fucked up, and it was bad. And so I'm like sitting in a jail cell, and I'm just like, oh god, this is like terrible. But like looking back on it now, I mean, that was 2000. Yeah, because I got back 2000. So 2012, 2000, all the way to 2013, because it was like a year for like all the charges to kind of get figured out and stuff like that. But like, I just think it was kind of a blessing, and you know, there's not really a easy word for it, but like, I think like, getting rear-ended, getting that DUI, like finally like set me back to like a level where I was like human again.
Yeah, you're humble, dude.
Yeah. So, and like, you know, luckily, I mean, I get rear-ended, no issues, nobody got injured and stuff like that. But like, it could have been way worse. Like, you know, I mean, and you hear about all the stories, like, you know, people who get DUIs are like, you know, terrible and stuff like that. And it's like, no, I think the people that get DUIs and then don't learn from it, like have an issue. So, and then you were talking about how you, so got involved, got the vet center and stuff like that. Talked to this awesome dude, Chris. I forget his last name. I think he went to like Connecticut or something like that for like a year. I was like talking to the vet center guy. Good dude. Like finally, like, you know, got a couple things under wraps. Figured out like why I was like essentially just drinking my face off to like cover up anything I had to really deal with.
What's the vet center? Where's that? I don't know. I don't know where that is.
So there's one like over on Airport Road, but it was like essentially it was not connected to the VA.
Okay.
So it was like this, like, it was perfect, I think. I mean, I think now they like talk to the VA or whatever, but like, so I didn't have to worry about my military career, like talking to these people. Like I didn't have to worry about any other like other stuff coming up and being like, all right, this dude has PTSD or whatever it is. Like I could just like talk. So I don't know if they do it now. I'm not sure exactly if they, talk to the VA or whatnot, but that was my big deal. I wanted to keep a career in the Guard or in the Army. And, so I didn't want to like, go to the VA and do the thing there. But, now, trying to do it again, I was like, well, the VA, I think you were talking about how you had like a good counselor now, right?
Yeah. I actually have my second one today online. It was virtual. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you got a good dude, woman.
I lucked out. Yeah, it's an older woman. She's super nice, empathetic, smart, and I really, so far I really like it. It's only been 2 counseling sessions, but
yeah. So I did it. So about a year ago, I went to go to counseling again, just because like
Vet Center or VA?
The VA.
Okay.
So like I got a job doing the full-time Guard stuff, and I was like, wow, this is instead of 1 week in a month where I had to like, do the Army thing, like, and bring back memories or whatever it is. Like now I'm like doing it every day. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe just keep things in order. Like, so I went out to the VA and I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do counseling again. My wife's like all about it. She's like, she's been my rock this whole time, like dealt with all my bullshit, so, and so I go out to the VA and I'm doing this counseling thing. And I just felt like there's this huge gap between like somebody with like, I don't know, super PTSD issues to like somebody that like has anxiety, like going certain places or whatever it is. Like there was like a despairing like thing with it. And like, I don't know. I feel like I didn't get a whole lot out of it. And then like, and then come to be it like a month later, like I was like, stop going. And a month later I get a bill from the VA. Fucking like, I get a bill from the VA like, oh yeah, you need to pay for your counseling. I was like,
how much was the bill?
I don't even remember. I think it was like $500 or whatever, something like that. And I was just like, what?
You're fucking shitting?
Well, because if you don't go to the VA, like, so I like when you come back, like they tell you to go to the VA, but I wasn't using it as like my primary health care. So they kind of like lapse you, whatever, unless you get re-enrolled in. So like, and then I get like, I'm like, what the fuck? I get a bill for like counseling sessions that like the VA is supposed to be this like, big, huge thing. So I think it got wrapped up. I think it was just like,
Did you pay
like
it? Or did you
no, I didn't pay it.
No, I wouldn't pay that.
I was like, no, like, I thought that's what the VA did.
I thought, that's supposed to be there for you, like Veterans Affairs.
Yeah. So
that's fucked up.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of that gave me like a bad taste.
Oh yeah, no, I would never want to know.
Like, God damn it, man! Like, but I think like even talking to you, whatever, like having that conversation and being like, oh shit, like you got to talk about PTSD and this and that. But like, I think when we said it was just like, there's this huge like disparity between the PTSD and like this PTSD is this huge thing put on like vets or whatever it is. And it's like, well, no, it's kind of like anxiety and that's like acceptable. You know, but like PTSD is now like, you're like looking at it, you're like, oh my God, PTSD. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I gotta understand why they're, on edge looking for that.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It seems like, sorry.
Don't worry, we'll cut that one out.
Yeah, I'll cut that out. That was pretty good. It seems like, my experience at Walter Reed, actually because I had to do counseling every time, and every time I got surgery, I had to do some sort of like therapy counseling. The actual therapists are pretty good, but it seemed like every time I had to do a surgery and get counseling, it always felt like they were trying to do a gotcha thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every answer it always made me feel like I was guilty of something.
Yeah.
And I just fucking left their office just even more fucking pissed.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, because when you had that when you talked about how your Walter Reed experience was like fucking awful,
I'm fucking feeling it right now, man.
Getting fired up with it, right? So I was talking to you about we had a kid that like he hurt himself on a jump, right? Mm-hmm. So they sent him to Walter Reed because he broke his femur. So they sent him to Walter Reed and like the same things you were saying, and I was just like, damn, like I thought this is like supposed to be like the best hospital in the world, like and then you're having this issue with like they're just being, I don't know, like childish, like when it comes to it. Like, I don't know. It's, but I think, going back to like the PTSD piece, I feel like I don't know. I want to like you talked about having like an open ground, like be like, hey, like, what do you do like on a daily basis, or like, you know, you get angry or whatever, what do you do? Like, I mean, like I still do, like, I try to, like, I mean, I could say do yoga all the time, but I don't, you know, but like, you know, you're trying to like find your peace sometimes, like, you know, sometimes you just gotta like go for a walk in the woods or like go do something. Like, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm perfect at it. Definitely not.
What do you think kind of triggers you then?
So like I've noticed like that, like I like I'll get angry, like super fast angry, and like having kids now, like I gotta like really like wrap it up, like, and so they've kind of been like a really good like, hey,
this is
like,
your limit,
like whoa, don't like, you know, don't blow up in their face or something like that, like, and my wife's been really good with that stuff too, but like you know, I know when I get angry, I'm just like all right, I just need to like calm it down and go do something or go do anything, you know, like. Yeah, just stay busy or whatever.
Because you'd hate to be angry and like, I don't know, have a kid there and just like slam a plate down and have it break, and then it affects them. You know what I mean? As little as it is, it affects them.
Yeah, and that's why I don't play video games much anymore.
Like one of those guys. Yeah, like my brother.
Yeah. Like I still think I have a fucking. Like a wall, like a piece of the wall I had fixed. Like, so I just like chuck that thing like across the room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no judgment. It's
But I don't know. I just it's so I feel like that my, you know, like my aspect of like the PTSD piece is like I think I've come to a good point. Mm-hmm. Like obviously, but you know, it's the stuff that comes up every once in a while. Like, you know, you like, so like our incident overseas or whatever, like when that like time of year comes around again, like I start thinking about that stuff, and like, you know, Memorial Day comes around, like people start talking about this stuff. Like people are like, oh yeah, well, you know, Memorial Day's for this, and Vets Day's for this, and that Day's for that. Like, no, like whatever. Like, hey, you know, we're always memorializing. We're always being good for vets or whatever. It's not like, to me, it is what it is, you know. And you know, when that comes around, then I'll like get a little like I'll throw that like, you know, that war movie on or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm gonna do this. I know it's probably not healthy, but I'm gonna watch this movie. Yeah. You know, get into it, and like, you know, like Restrepo or something like that. Yeah. And you're just like, and you get like all into it, and you're just like, yep. This is triggering everything about me.
Friday Night Lights, I guess,
but it's all right. Yeah, you know, like
yeah.
I don't know, like that's a big one, obviously, because it's like in the area we were at and stuff, like, or you guys were at, and then like we were like south of you guys, so it was like. But
no, I feel you. When I see like combat footage and someone's in a firefight and you see a tick, it's like you know, it's not good. Like, you shouldn't be happy about it, but like it gets you fired up. You know, like I didn't play sports growing up, so it's like I don't know. I didn't have a varsity jacket, all that. Yeah. But I imagine it'd be like Friday Night Lights. You know, you're like
like ready to go.
The boys, you're like watching the game. You're like, yeah.
Oh man,
get some. I mean, but like it also makes sense because like we joined the infantry because like we specifically wanted to go to war.
That's what we wanted to do,
and kill terrorists. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong about that.
We you know, Boyd joined right after 2001, right? So
yeah,
I joined in 2007, right? So I mean, when you joined at that point, you knew that's what you were gonna do. Like,
you're gonna get the shit.
I mean, you went on an early deployment because you were like, yeah, we're gonna do this thing, you know, like, and, you know. I regret not going on that one, you know, but it's just like, it's kind of how the world works, man.
It's crazy. Deployment, how it's the roll of the dice, where it's like, it doesn't matter if you're National Guard, active duty. Yeah. Dude, I've like, after being at Walter Reed for 10 months, like I've talked to so many people, like, you know, active duty. It's like, it's a roll of the dice. It doesn't matter how high speed you are, or, you know, it's just fucking, who knows?
Yeah, like when we went, so I mean, I did infantry stuff, but it was like I was on a PRT, provincial reconstruction team, like doing security or whatever. So we'd like, you'd run the trucks out or whatever, because there were so many IEDs in the area. Like we would just like essentially walk the trucks wherever we went. It's like, so you had, you know, you're like, you got the trucks going on the road, and then we're walking in this giant V pattern, like on this road, like, and like, you know, like literally escorting armored vehicles.
Like, but that was a mission you had, you know?
Yeah. But I felt like so much safer outside that truck than like inside the truck, you know, like, cause you're just like, fuck that.
It's crazy how fucking tight it is in there, you know?
Well, yeah. And then like the fucking things that they had, the HME things, like we had one of them blow up because we had Max Pros. We had the giant ass Max Pros, right?
Yeah, we did too.
So we had one of them like IED went off under it and like launched it over the pit that the IED blew up on. Like it literally like
well, because
like
they had
up
the
and over
bottom, right?
And you're just like
designed for.
Holy fuck! Like those things are big vehicles, and they just like threw that thing like like whatever. So I don't know. Like you said, it was luck of the draw. Like because we didn't have like we got like a truck or two blown up. Some sporadic fire, like saw trigger men everywhere we could, but we couldn't shoot them, that kind of thing. Like the ROE thing, that's a whole nother thing.
I remember being on an OP. I was a Mark 48 gunner, and some little kid comes up the bottom of the hill, and he's just looking at us, and he starts counting 1, 2. I was like, fucking motherfucker. And I'm not even mad at the kid. I just hate the fact that the Taliban can play those games, It's, because to me, it's war. Like, listen, like...
Well, like, that's why we're at with Afghanistan. I mean, it's like, I mean, I'm not trying to talk like all big picture, but like, we probably should have went in and did some things, but it is what it is. But,
so earlier I asked you, like, what do you feel like triggers you?
So kind of like I said, like, I mean, it was like I think I've come to a point where like, at like certain times a year, then I'm like, all right, I'm starting to think about this stuff or like doing this stuff. But like, I think I've gotten to a good point where it's like mostly just anxiety. So like, crowded supermarket or something like that. Like I just don't like if like I'd rather go to like a supermarket that I know where the stuff is, like, and I can just go there and go get it and get out, like whatever, like. I just feel more comfortable to go in there. But like a new one, then I'm like going to shop around. I'm like, where the fuck is the mustard? Dude, like it's just like fucking that triggers the fuck out of me. It's just like fucking mustard. Where the fuck is that shit?
And you feel yourself getting worked up, and you know it too, but you can't
like
get off.
Why? It's like, crap. Is it me? Yeah. Like, am I that fucked up that I'm just like, and you beat yourself
up later. You're like, why did he get angry? You know what I mean? It's a fucking cycle. I know we had this conversation right earlier.
I think so.
But a few months ago, I learned what anxiety is. I swear to God, like grown man. To me, the definition of anxiety was someone like who experiences some sort of trauma and like gets really afraid and starts cowering. But that's not me. You know what I mean? I come out swinging, and then my buddy, who's He was a Marine infantryman,
He's a quad amputee guy?
No. He's someone else. You might come on.
Different guy.
He's a little wild, so I don't know if he wants to come on. But he was in the surge of Iraq and infantryman, Marine prior service, and he recently started seeing someone. He was telling me, and I was telling him something similar about how I noticed how I've been getting angry a lot, and particularly in supermarkets, and only one,
right,
which is BJ's.
That's weird.
Something about BJ's.
I don't like BJ's either.
Going in there, and I feel like I'm fighting people for parking, and when I'm going in there, it's like shopping carts coming out of nowhere. People like want to like just someone wants to like meander slowly down the center aisle, acting like they're the only person in the world, and then someone's trying to cut you off, and like I feel like I'm fighting people, and like I walk around, I'm really angry on edge, and my buddy's like, "That's anxiety." I was like, "That's not anxiety." I was like, "No," and he was like, "No, bro." Like he was like, essentially, it came down to like, explain to me, there's like some people have the fight or flight, and I've got the fight.
Yeah, no, that's totally true, and I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh, when they put the fucking goddamn like the arrows for the COVID thing.
Oh, I said
like
fuck that.
Oh yeah. No, I know, but I remember like having this like argument with my wife or whatever. It was like I was like, fuck the arrows. She's like, you gotta do the arrows. I'm like, no, fuck the arrows. I'm going down this fucking aisle. I don't give a fuck. Like it ain't gonna stop shit. Anyway, fucking. But the fucking where's the mustard? Like that was a tough one. Yeah, definitely, and it's still like that's still like an issue. But like like you said, like as much as you don't want to like be like, oh shit, like I have anxiety. It's like that's kind of what it is, and I should really like take my own, I guess your own advice too, because like I want to say I don't have anxiety either. But,
I'm glad I finally have a label to it.
Yeah.
I honestly, to God, hand on Bible, didn't know what anxiety was. Yeah. I just thought I'm just getting older and becoming an asshole. Like everything is starting to just piss me off. And maybe that's a bit of it, you know what I mean? Which is why I'm seeing counseling. Like if I'm becoming an asshole, like I want to own it. I want to know I'm becoming an asshole. But the thing is, it just got to a point where it's like, it felt like almost every day, or at least every other day, like something would happen and like I would get really upset. And I'm like, that was a little bit irrational. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I beat myself up. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck? Can't you? What are you, a child? Like, you know, be an adult.
I think like you said, like the BJs or like that kind of piece. Like when there's like just a lot of people, and you're just like, what the fuck are these stupid people doing? Like, just get like a lot of people like in the same area, and you're just like, fuck,
dude.
You know, it's one of those things. And I think that, like you said, like that's definitely a fucking trigger for me. Like I just can't deal with it. Like, but obviously you got to deal with it.
No, yeah, right. You know? Because then I feel like an asshole. Like I feel like I'm not portraying. What's the word I'm looking for? Reinforcing so sort of stereotype that vets are these crazed, you know, uncontrollable veterans.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a little bit of like how I feel sometimes, which I hate because I don't want to represent.
You don't want to be that dude.
Population like that. Yeah. No. But like it's also like to be frank, like there's a level like I won't fucking take it at this point. Like you know when you go to fucking on a mission, they go you know, there's supposed to be, there's intel says there's 13 suicide vests, you know, and they have RPGs and be careful because they're gonna put it on the kids and
white Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, that kind of stuff, right? And you're like, oh, what do we do if we run to this situation or that situation? Like, oh, we'll just call air support. We'll just blow it the hell up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? If we had an Abram, we'll just like fucking, you know, roll into the building and take down a wall or something. I don't know. But like when you go that far, I mean, at least me personally speaking, I feel like nothing's off the table.
Yeah.
And I'm not, you know me, I feel like we're on the same page. We're not going to go around like going postal on people. Yeah. But I know if I was in a bar and some guy wanted to pick a fight and broke a beer bottle over the table and came at me, I will be comfortable knowing like I'm going to do whatever I have to do to take him out.
Yeah.
Like, there's
totally
no fear.
Agree. Yeah, nothing. Because it's calm.
It's like
that's like
I'm gonna handle this.
Yeah, it's calm. It's like that's an easy one to fix. Like
the thing is, I hate
which
that.
Is terrible. But
yeah, right. I hate that, man.
Yeah, but it's just like you had to like. Well, obviously you had to like bring that up. Like you like. I feel like, and obviously your time in Afghanistan is maybe different than mine or whatever. But like, dude, I felt the most peace I've ever felt. Like just for the fact that like. It was like you'd leave the wire and you either come back dead or alive. And it's like it's super easy.
No, I know what you mean, yeah.
It's like an easy job. Like you're literally, you're not worried about taxes. You're not worried about like paying your bills. You're not worried about any of that shit. You're just like literally like, I'm just gonna go do my job.
That's funny because I remember we're on a roof. We're overlooking some gunships, and my squad leader said, "Take a look, boys. Like." You're giants among men. This is the only time you're going to feel that way. Something along those lines. And I was just like, I feel that, you know, and I felt that at the time, but now it's like, I really feel that, you know what I mean? It's just like,
the
world doesn't apply to you. Yeah.
I know. Like we were in this like little mountain range, like sitting there and like being like, you know, looking at this giant like village down there. And you're just like, you're just here. Like you're the dudes.
So I don't think I have PTSD, and I think one reason why I don't have PTSD is because I don't have regret. Do you feel like you have any regret over anything?
So yeah, no, I think so. I mean, from the time over there, so like we had a kind of a incident happen or whatever. So yeah, no, it was definitely an incident, but it's so we go out to the range and like. It's funny too because this kind of brings it up too. Is we you know how you like you know you tie in the mics on the Max Pros or whatever it is to like whatever music you want and stuff like that. Okay. So we like ride out on mission and be like you know blasting like the tunes like and we were blasting Sail. Like you know, like the
it's
like
heard
awesome, like doom, doom, doom. He's just like let's do this kind of thing. So we were blasting that thing, going out to the range, like just to go shoot, whatever. Yeah. So this range called Black Hills, and you know we just go out there and just pretty much like just go nuts, like just you know 50 cals, like Mach 19s, and just go nuts, right on the side of this hill, and I mean, this is, one of those things that you're just like, oh, well, it's like the worst thing that could have ever happened. So, we go to this range, whatever, and the Afghan kids, they always would take the brass, they could go grab all the brass. So we put like this outer cord on it. So like, it would, you could block all the kids from like running up to the trucks or whatever. Cause like, you didn't want to fuck them up and roll them over or whatever. Yeah. So we, we're getting ready to leave. We get in the trucks or whatever. And then like the kids, like somehow like one of them gets through. And then all of a sudden, it's like fucking mayhem because they're just like going in, they're running around. So we get all in the trucks. We're getting ready to go. Kid gets loose and we're like, all right, get the fuck out of here, whatever. And like we should have just like paused and like not done anything and just let them do their thing. Cause they were just grabbing the casings. They weren't doing shit. And we like rolled out. And like we had dismounts and like we rolled over one of our dismounts. So like, and that was Dennis Weichel. So like one of our dudes like literally rolled him over, and like the Max Pro obviously is not forgiving, So, that's like my giant. I mean, it's not even like the same thing. Like when that happens, and like I'm sure the people that like were with you had like a different aspect of like what happened with you. Well, like I'm sitting in like the rear turret and like I'm rear security, like in the gunner, and I'm just like, well, I can't do shit. Like I can't even like leave this place because now I'm like rear security. So like, and we were like, we weren't just at a range. We were out in Afghanistan somewhere. So like we have to have rear security up and like have to have this up. So like we couldn't even like leave. I couldn't even leave the truck or whatever to go do stuff, and just like. So he gets rolled over. So we don't even like, he comes over the comms and stuff like that. And like, we're like, oh, we just ran over a kid. And we're like, fuck, like obviously, bad news. That's not good. But, it turns out it's fucking Dennis. So we're just like, fuck, man. Like, and, that was like one of the worst things I think like I've ever had to deal with. And even to this day, it just comes up all the time. Like, it's just that's a tough one. Like you said, like regrets or whatever. It's like I don't regret that I didn't leave the turret, but like I feel like things could have went differently.
Yeah,
but
like rationally, like you played it out the best way you could.
Yeah, and our other dudes did too. Like, I mean, we got them out there. Like, we called in the birds. Like, I was on the radio calling the birds because I was like the radio dude. So we called in the birds. Like, came in. Dust off came, grabbed them, like whatever, and got him to Kabul as fast as we could. Or I think he went to J-Bad and then to Kabul. But like, we just like we got him out of there like super quick. We did everything we needed to do. It was just a matter of like. Fucking wrong place, wrong time, or whatever. And I mean, some people said that he was grabbing a kid out of the truck or, stopping a kid from getting run over, which, I didn't see like whether it happened or didn't happen. I'd like to think that he was like grabbing a kid like out of underneath the truck and like sacrifice himself to like, do the thing. And so that's. And I don't mean to get like so down low to it, but like that's kind of like my biggest thing with, the PTSD piece is like we came home, kind of, so we deployed as like all different platoons. So we came home at kind of all different times. We came home, we do the yellow ribbon, to me, the fucking yellow ribbon is a pain in the dick. Fucking thing. It's like worthless. All right, so you go home, right, and you get this yellow ribbon, and they're like, I mean, this is a guard thing, obviously, but like you do the yellow ribbon, and they're like, oh, hey, 30 days, you're gonna go to this like thing or whatever, career fair or bullshit stuff, and like you got these people talking to you about like PTSD or go to the VA, do this stuff and stuff, and like the first thing somebody says to us, and like this is like the first one, and it was like, we know you didn't bring everybody home, and it, like that one fucking sentence was just like. A turn off for me the entire time.
Yeah.
So like now I'm like, fuck this place. Like fuck the goddamn yellow ribbon. It's fucking useless, whatever. Obviously, they're trying to do something, but like, it's just like you, like when you come back from, obviously you came back like all fucked up and shit. But like when I came back from the guard deployment, it was just like, hey, like, all right, well, you're on leave. Go do the thing. you get on leave, and then so you don't see these dudes forever after that. So then you're like, then you feel like one dude goes and does this stuff, and then one dude goes and does this stuff, and you're just like, I mean, I just feel like they should benefit by like keeping these guys on orders or whatever.
Yeah.
Like literally like have them show up like a 9 to 5.
That's what Lou's mom was saying.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Lou, exactly. So like show up for a 9 to 5. Like, hey, for the next 60 days, you got to show up, you got to do PT, you got to, get whatever admin stuff done.
Yeah.
And then like leave like at like 2, 3. You know what I mean? So you can be with your families and stuff like that. But at least you'd have that like connotation with like the dudes. Cause like active duty, you come back and you're still with the people that you're with. Like, you still have to do the thing. Mm-hmm. But like the guard, like you just like all separate and it goes into like the wind.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what Lou's mom was saying. She was really upset about the fact that like, it's almost like, it's going 0 to 60 or 60 to 0.
Yeah.
And she felt like if you guys came back, if we came back and we're just kind of forced to take like a demob, like a really slow demob, it's just slowly decompresses. But the problem is like me and you having these conversations about our deployments like a decade out after they happen, right?
Yeah.
And it's like the guys you deployed with are actually in state, but it's like once everyone goes their own ways into the winds, it's like we don't talk about it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because there's no real like why would we talk about it? Like,
exactly.
Why don't we avoid it? That's way easier.
Yeah, no, exactly. We're just, I mean? And guys being guys, like it's like that's just how we're wired at, the way nurture, nature, or whatever. That's just the way we are. And it's like if we don't, by not doing that, we're not talking to each other and then being reflective and shooting the shit.
Even if you bullshit about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, this happened, whatever. Like, I think I've had the conversation like, about Dennis, whatever, with like maybe 4 or 5 people I had to play with. Like, and it was like one-on-one. Yeah. So it was like, we were never like in the same room with each other. And I'm sure people like have dealt with it different ways and did other things. But yeah, you don't get a decompression. You don't get anything from it. And like now, obviously saying it 10 years later, maybe it won't change things now, but maybe in the future, but I don't know. It's, but yeah, like keep the dudes on order so you can see them, like 9 to 5, something like that, that was my like whole big thing with the yellow ribbon stuff. I hated that shit so much.
No, I hate it. I mean, I didn't have that 10, but
too busy at Walter Reed,
I had to do other
surgeries and stuff and dealing with the whole bullshit there.
But yeah, I feel like essentially it just comes down to communicating. But the thing is, it's not about just talking to anybody. You have to talk to the guys you deployed with.
Yeah, no, thoroughly agree. Yeah.
It's like vomiting your problems out into the world. Like no one gives a fuck. Yeah. And like you shouldn't be like talking about like your problems to any random stranger. But it's about talking to the right person who cares or who's willing to hear and can reflect.
Yeah.
And the thing is like you didn't get a chance to really talk to your guys. And I mean neither dude. I went my commander who I deployed with, I went to like a barbecue and then nonchalantly he told me like, oh yeah, like when they told you your heart stopped, like I started freaking out. I was like, when the fuck did my heart stop? Like what? Nobody told me this.
God damn it!
Like I didn't know this.
I was like that, man.
Like my heart stopped. Like what? Like and just shit like that. You know what I mean? Like there's things I just don't know. And obviously like I could call them up, but like it's just weird. Like I don't want to call them up and then pesky be a pest and ask them all these questions, And on top of that too, it's like there's a million things that always pop in my mind, and like I don't think to ask at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I think, that's
making himself at home.
Yeah, man. I think if we were able to talk about it more, it would help.
Yeah. Well, and then you brought up Lou. So Lou, like the weirdest thing. So like when I came back, like I had to do all the vet center stuff with the like
out
dude,
of all
like
the people in the world.
Yeah, out of all the people in the world, like I get arrested and I'm like, I get forced into this counseling or whatever. And
I bet your heart was like, oh fuck.
Well, yeah. So
Lou,
now I'm like
people.
So now I'm like in this counseling and whatever, and Lou's in there, and like I mean I don't know if like your listeners or whatever know who Lou was or anything like that. I mean, I'm sure they do.
It's gonna be our friends and my friends are your friends. So
obviously Lou needs no introduction. He's just like Lou, and so he's in that thing, and he's just like balls to the wall, still good balls to the wall, Lou, like just like going nuts, whatever. And he's like, we're at the vet center for DUI, and he's like, let's go to the bar after, bro. Like, and I'm like, all right.
God, I've never seen anyone drink like him. I'm talking about like we went out one night and we had a handle of Captain Morgan, but it was something else, like Captain Morgan something. He no shit drank half an entire thing.
Oh yeah.
Like it was like a 2 liter, and he drank half of it like nonstop.
Yeah,
and he was still standing by the night. We were just out drinking.
Yep. Yeah, well, it's funny too because I was like, well, I definitely have to go to the bar with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
girls are getting here nonstop.
Like, I mean, I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah. Like, you got to do the thing with Lou, and I was like, shit, like, does he have issues? And do it. Does he need help with issues, like stuff like that? Yeah. So obviously that's a whole nother topic. But like, so I was like, you know what? I'll go there, hear him out, and then he's like, dude, he like the bartender, like he was just like, another one. And I'm just like, yeah, well, that's definitely Lou still.
For the ride.
Just going nuts. And, you know, obviously and so, you know, I mean, we can all come to the assumption like Lou was dealing with like Lou, but like he was like that before. So I don't even know, like.
His drinking for sure, man. But I tell you what, though. So I visited the guys when they were demobbing, and like, it was just something different about Lou, man. Like, it was something completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry. One, it was obvious because he was all alone. Like he was literally on the other side of the bay. Like, you know, Lou's always loud, you know, in the mix. You know what I mean? Kind of like getting attention. He was just off on his own, man. Just at his wall locker, putting shit away, and like you just knew something was off. And it's just crazy how it's like how PTSD just. People just get affected differently, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like he, you know, obviously he went to the counseling, whatever. And I'm not saying like anything happened, whatever, but like, I think he got out of whatever he was charged with, like stuff like that. Like, and I'm pretty sure it was fucking drugs and stuff like that. So like, you know, obviously if you don't ever learn your lesson or don't get that come to Jesus moment, then it's like, well.
I mean, he had to do a lot of community service and stuff like that. Because we always were making plans, but it's like, oh no, I got this community hours or something. But
so I don't know. I mean, hey, like, but like, who do you want with a 240 next to you?
Yeah,
like, do you want Lou or do you want like somebody else? You know, like,
dude, I carried the Mark 48 because Lou was like, I'm not a pussy. I'm gonna carry the 240. I swear to God. Like, I was a saw gunner for the longest time.
I don't doubt it.
All right, we got a spare Mark 48. I guess it's going to Terry.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, I did hear stories about him like fucking over there. I guess when you got fucking shot up, he was just like fucking like going nuts across the like Rambo shit, like across the fucking roads and stuff like that. But yeah, nah, fucking Lou's he's a different breed. I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I can't bring like words to like explain Lou. I don't know if you can either.
Well,
you guys fucking hated each other, right?
We hated each other in country.
Hated each other, yeah.
Like, so when we met, we're in the Lurs. Like, we got along just fine enough, right?
Yeah.
But like, Lou's Lou, so he's got that whole like fuck you vibe, and I was always like, I'll just go make sure I go do the right thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like we did, you know what I mean? It was like, and so like while we're in country, like he's like literally his bed and my bed, and like, he's fucking blasting music and shit and just being Lou, and I'm literally just trying to read my book. You know what I mean? Yeah. We just never got along.
Stuff, yeah.
God, and it got to a point, dude. Like we kind of got a standoff like in the room, and I looked at him, he looked at me, and like Lou's always been a big dude, but like I was always fit, but I got even bigger. You know what I mean? So it was like, oh shit. They had to like, they were talking about like, we need to separate these guys because it was like, I was just not good, you know?
Yeah.
So like, we always fought, man. But like, I tell you what though, I swear, I think Lou, if he wasn't the first one, he was definitely the second one. But I think he was the first person to reach out to me, and it was through Facebook. And he was like, essentially, he was like, hey man, we heard you try to take down the machine gun team by yourself. You got fucking balls. You know, hit me up when you get back. You know, he's the first person to message me.
Yeah. And
the moment I got back, I was like, you know what? Let me just fucking hit up Lou. So we went to Thayer Street, got some drinks, and from then on, dude, like we just kept in touch, man. And like I just the time flies. Before I know it, was like 4 years went by, and like we were just always like, you know, I was always checking up on him. You know, I was always checking up on him, and like things were always getting good and bad, good and bad. You know what I mean? But yeah, I called him a brother for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, when that's what's funny about like that whole fucking conversation, and I just fucking pop in and I'm like, fucking Lou Capaldi, are you fucking kidding me? I'm going to counseling for fucking DUI, and I'm like, oh yeah, fucking here's Lou.
Yeah.
I'm like, god damn it, fuck. So yeah, it's yeah, I guess the like remember when we were in the Lurst, like I mean it was like such a small crew of people or whatever, and like especially like the new guys, you know, like getting fucked with all the time.
Yeah.
And Lou getting fucked with more, and you'd try and stay away from him because he'd like bring the fucking pain to you. And you're like, oh fuck, dude. Yeah, who's your ranger buddy? Like,
I was his
not Lou,
squad.
not Lou.
I was in a squad, but Lane was his buddy.
Yeah. So yeah.
If it wasn't for Lou, I wouldn't have gone on that deployment.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he kept telling me about it, and he was
you Lamoureux and Lou, right?
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
it. Yeah.
He was telling me about it, but he didn't think I was actually gonna go. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, it's just like, well, at the time they were like, oh, we're getting ready to deploy too, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're gonna go deploy. I feel like the Lurst was like terrible with this stuff. Like I was like coming back from like 2008 or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna deploy, we're gonna do stuff, and you know, and then like it was like 5 years later before we did anything, and then like go to Afghanistan or whatever, and now we're like, you know, reaching the other point, and now it's like another 5-10 years later, and you're like still not doing anything. Like, what's going on, man?
Roll the dice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember I was asking First Sergeant Shimkus at the time if I should deploy. He was telling me not to.
Yeah.
Basically, he was just like, you know, you're young. There's gonna be lots of battles to fight. Don't go looking for it. You know what I mean? But like, you know, it's fucking.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be the name you are now. Like you never know like how life decisions change you.
Yeah.
Like your leg would probably feel better. Like,
I don't regret it at all.
No, I know,
I almost died, but I don't regret it at all.
But that's the thing. It's like, you know, life decisions like make this huge aspect of it, and like that's why that like the biggest thing, my fucking DUI was like a life decision to me. Like, hey, like you're gonna either like, you know, go one way or the other. Like, pick one, you know, and I just picked the wife and the kids. You know, it was just like that was more important to me.
I mean, did you at all know like you're heading down this destructive road? Like, were you like this kind of like asshole at the time, going around like, you know, fucking, you know, telling people to fuck off and doing whatever you wanted?
See, I don't know.
I can't picture that.
I don't think I was too much of an asshole. Like, I was just like, I was like ready to party, and I wanted to be the life of the party, and I wanted to do, you know, I wanted to like do everything everybody else is doing, whatever, and like be like, you know, at every party or whatever, and at like just show up and like be there and stuff like that. I wasn't like too much of an asshole. And I don't think I like fought people like all the time. Like I was just like, I'm usually pretty chill with that stuff.
Yeah.
But
so I can't picture that.
Yeah. So like so it was just like, you know, I was just like, hey, I'm just cocky motherfucker. I'm here.
So was it kind of like a freshman in college, like finally has this kind of sense of freedom, and it's kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna like do fucking 30 Jaeger shots tonight.
Yeah. I guess it was like something like that, maybe. But like, I don't know. I just felt like I could do it, so I did. And you know, but the problem was that I was doing it like very unhealthily, like just doing like all over the state, you know, and it was just not a good option for me. So
you had the DUI, so that had to send you to counseling, which got you straight and narrow.
Yeah, to an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah.
And so, what do you think? What do you think? You think? Are you just feeling? You're dealing with anxiety? Is that for the most part what you?
Yeah. So I think like obviously we can call it PTSD. You know, everybody calls it PTSD, but like I feel like it was, you know, it was like it's anxiety to like do like certain things, like and you know, like you talked about the crowds of people and stuff like that, and it's not about the crowds of people, like I think everybody's kind of like under the assumption like, oh, hey, crowds of people are bad because in Afghanistan there's crowds of people everywhere and doing this stuff. No, it's not that though.
Yeah.
It's the fact that like you got all these people doing different things, and like BJ is a perfect example. It's like there's just so much shit there, and you're just like, I just want to get my shit and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, you know, every once in a while, like I'll get like the super angry kind of aspect of it, and you're just like,
hyper arousal.
Yeah, you're just like, what the fuck, man?
That's what I was talking about counselor about.
Yeah.
She doesn't think I have PTSD either, because I told her off. I was like, I don't think I have PTSD, but I sense there's something off, and I sense like it's got something to do with the war.
Yeah.
And she thinks it's definitely anxiety, and she thinks it's a bit of hyper arousal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you said, like it's not like all the time. Like I'm not like this. Like you said before, like there's always that kind of like almost cliche, like black and white. Either you're full blown PTSD, or like you're on a fob and nothing happened and you're perfectly fine for the most part. And that's us in between. For me, is like I think as someone who's kind of in between, I don't have PTSD, but I go and I do like EDM concerts. I'm in a massive fucking crowd, and I'm fine.
Totally,
I'm having the time of my life. But then I'm like at BJ's and I find myself really pissed off. You know what I mean? And
it's weird, right?
That's definitely not because like that's been my personality leading up my entire life. That's something like 5 years ago I started really picking up on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And only now am I taking the time to like try to address it. So do you feel in the same kind of situation?
Yeah, same thing. And like it's stupid shit like fucking BJ's or like new gyms. New gyms, like I don't like new gyms because it's not the same shit. Like I like doing the same routine or whatever it is, and you're just like, all right, I want to go try out this new gym. You're like, or I could get a home gym. you know? And you're just like, I don't want to deal with people in certain aspects. Like I feel like if I could be that person, like if I was that much of an asshole, I could be that person, like wear headphones the entire time at BJ's and be totally fine with it. But I'm not, because I feel like that's like inconsiderate to people. But like
I do it all the time.
Oh man, I don't know.
I have my earbuds in all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like
I don't give a fuck.
Well, if that fucking works, though, maybe I should. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it, man.
Fuck it.
Just like my tattoo
just throw it on. So I don't know. I mean, so I think there's like this. I think this is bad. Not bad. I shouldn't say bad. But like, there's a connotation that like PTSD people are just like totally fucked, like totally fucking out, like way beyond what we're doing and stuff like that. And maybe like. And I feel like you and I are talking, we had very different situations, but like I feel like our situation is way more like plausible than like anybody that has this like way far PTSD issues or whatever, whether they're out like killing or fucking people or doing something or whatever. You're like, no, well, I just don't like to go to BJ's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, like, where does that issue come up? I don't even know. Like, like where if I can't find the fucking right mustard or whatever, like, why does that make me so fucking angry?
You just don't want to live with
like,
it, right?
Yeah, just like it should be that easy. Like the fucking mustard should be there. You know what I mean?
I feel like
I use mustard example. I don't really love mustard, all right?
Mustard. A certain mustard. Yeah. But me personally speaking, like I know that this might even be asking for a lot, because the obvious thing is like you go to war, like there's gonna be some sort of change, But I'd like to live my life back to where I was, where I didn't feel like I was angry all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I could pinpoint what that issue is, obvious answer could just look at war, right? Well, what's triggering it? How could I prevent that? That's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like that. Find something you love. Like that's like you gotta like. I think you don't fight that. You fight like that. That's what I think. Like the biggest aspect is like when I feel good is when I'm like actively doing something with my kids or like. Building that house or whatever it is. Like I do a lot of construction and stuff like that. Like, and when I'm into it, then I'm like this is awesome. Like I'm super happy with it. And then like when I'm like in between things or like everything's like that, I'm just like, like not like perfect or whatever. And like, it's not. There's no real reason to it. I think it's just I don't know. We used to have activity. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I mean. Like obviously you got your passion with this stuff, like
with the business and all that. Yeah.
But do you find that like this stuff is, I don't know, like do you ever find that this is your escape?
Someone could use the word escape and they wouldn't be completely wrong. I think of it as my meaning. Because,
dude, for lack of a better word.
I wanted to be a merc. As soon as I wanted to go active duty. I wanted, try to go Ranger, try to go SF, and then get the fuck out, then become a merc. That was my plan fucking since like high school or whatever. You know what I mean? And when that got taken away, dude, like I know like I was never high speed or anything like that. You know what I mean? And I mean, shit. Long story short, man. Like, dude, like I just wanted to get back in the shit of it. Me and Lou were trying to go to Syria. You know what I mean? Yeah. We were trying to sell all our shit, so we go there with loads of cash. But dude, after Lou died, man, like that whole fire in me. Like sometimes I talk about it. I talk about Syria and like the things happening in the world. Like I just want to go. Like the idea of people standing around and be like, it's the same thing as fucking World War II, where people were like, Hitler's not our problem. How the fuck do you not give a fuck? Like I get it, cool, that's your life, but me personally, fucking send me over there. I'm gonna go kill a fucking Nazi. Like, you know what I mean? I am more than happy. But after Lou died, like that whole, I just stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah.
And so me transitioning into business just gave my life like actual fucking purpose meaning.
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, it's just t-shirts, but like the thing is like, you know, I love Rhode Island and I'm trying to spread positivity. So it's given me meaning. And now the fact that like, I actually like business, like I learned I like business.
Yeah.
And I want to be.
I mean, obviously, I saw the place, man. You're full ingrained, man. There's no turning back now.
Yeah. So
no, it's and I think that's perfect example is meaning. Is that like we need to find a meaning? Like obviously, you know, our biggest thing was like, hey, let's go over there and fucking kill terrorists because that's what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like when you don't get the opportunity to, or like you just want to kill more of them, like, right, well, you know, maybe that's like. It was good, but like you got to find that other meaning to it and stuff like that, and you know, obviously, no. I mean, it's like you regret like you know not being able to do certain things or whatever it is, but like you got to find meaning elsewhere. Like I do. Like it's mostly the kids and the family. Like I do that kind of stuff, and like you know, construction and whatever. Like I just enjoy that stuff. But like it's I think that's the nail on the head. It's fucking meaning, you know.
Yeah, there's like work, relationship, religion, whatever, find meaning.
Yeah, whatever that meaning is.
Dude, I know this sounds like I said, I don't say this to knock the guard, but like I wasn't even active duty, so like it might sound ridiculous to say, but like when I lost my ability to run, I knew I was never gonna serve as an infantryman again. It literally felt like I lost my love. Like I knew who I loved. I loved everything about the infantry. I knew like I fit in. Like you didn't have to force me to do push-ups. You didn't have to force me to practice mag drills. You didn't have to force me to learn tactics. Like I loved everything about it.
Yeah.
And the moment it was taken away, it literally felt like my love. Like someone, like imagine loving someone and they're just gone. They're never there. You're never gonna hear from them again. Like they're just gone.
Yeah.
And forever you're just missing that person.
Crazy.
And like it just took a while, but I feel like that's one big thing for vets to find meaning again.
And it was the people, like the infantryman, like. Dude,
it's a different breed. It's a different breed.
It's fucking no. You can't be like. It's those people that you can like. Oh shit! It's those people that like. You got like that are friends, and you're just like, I definitely cannot bring you home, but like you are fucking awesome. Like I don't know. It's like I could call like 10 individuals, and they'd probably all show up if I needed to. Like I just feel like it's a different breed, obviously. It's a different mentality. But like,
I had no idea because when I reclassed to public affairs, I just thought the Army was one big. The Army was the Army. I thought
it was a happy family. Right?
How it is, across the board. But when I got mixed in with Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and I got chewed out because I was too tough because I was the class leader. I got chewed out. You know what I mean? I was like, I had no idea. Like, not everyone's like. To me, it's like if you're falling asleep in class, right? The perfect example, we had I was the class leader, I had a little airman, this was like her boot camp. She was falling asleep at the very beginning at the desk at the beginning of class. Class started. I walked up, I slammed my fist on the desk. She gets startled and wakes up. I go, "Are you awake?" She was like, "Yes, Sergeant." I go, "Good, stay awake." And to me, I thought I was being nice. I didn't smoke her. You know what I mean?
Pretty nice.
That was pretty nice. I didn't smoke her.
That's really nice.
I didn't make her
actually.
sweat. You know, I was like, and then I got. Like the teacher was so pissed at me, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like the Army is not the same everywhere. Like the infantry is something different.
Yeah, because like the same like girl you like or whatever, it would be like falling asleep, and like somebody would find an ingenious way to like like put fucking 100-mile-an-hour tape across their eyelids to like stand them up and stuff like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's a different breed, but it's great. Yeah, I mean, that like the people I've met over the years, and I'm sure you're the same. Like, it's good people, and I think, it's crazy, but it's good. Yeah.
It's crazy to think because we're still so young, man. It's so crazy to think that like we're war vets. Like when I say things like my war buddy, it's like
well, yeah, but like the craziest thing is like now I got like dudes that like were born in like 2000, and I'm like, or 2001 actually now. So like you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I'm not that old, right? I was in fucking middle school when that or high school when that happened, but like. Fuck, dude! Like these people, like they're learning 9/11 like in the school books, not by like seeing it happen in front of their eyes. You know, like I mean, obviously the world must go on, but like I was like, holy fuck, 2001. Like, dude, you were not even born.
Dude, I was at college and I was flirting with one of my classmates, and she told me she's a bartender, so I'm thinking she's like 24 at the time or something like that. And for some reason, 9/11 comes up. She goes, "Yeah, I think I was in first grade." I was just like,
yeah.
All right, man. We're at an hour now. I think we're just gonna wrap it up, man.
No, I think it was good. I think it was good. I think this is my first podcast ever.
Yeah, man. So, this is my first personal one too.
Yeah. No, good. I think I think it went well. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the intent is really just to shoot the shit and just bounce ideas and reflect because honestly, I think personally this helps me a lot.
Yeah, well, I think like that's the key to it all is like fucking bullshit where you dudes. Like you know what we talked about before, it was like, hey, like if you got that time to like do that bullshit or like have that bullshit like conversation, whatever, you know, like just literally bullshit with your dudes and
blow off
like,
some steam.
Blow off some steam, like. And then maybe fucking BJ's won't be so bad. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's just it's kind of a weird thing, but it's good to catch up, man. Like I think we've had this conversation, kind of like the same sort of conversation. Like we should probably do something, this and that, you know, for a little bit now, like kind of back and forth. I mean, we talked about like when I was doing the recruiting thing for a while, like we were talking about some things.
Oh yeah, I'm always trying to get you the ring.
Yeah, trying to do stuff. Maybe someday.
Yeah, it's something different.
Yeah. But I really do appreciate it, Terry. And yeah, it's good stuff, bro.
Thanks, Zach. Thanks for coming. All right, cheers.
Yeah, buddy.